time to check in with CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who's also the editor of CoinDesk, the State of Crypto newsletter. Hello there, Nick. Good morning. So I just saw you had an article out on the House, which has a bill that could let the Treasury Secretary block international crypto transactions. Tell me what that's all about.
Good morning. Yeah, so the House of Representatives just introduced the America Competes Act, which is a bill that's nominally targeted at spurring, economic competition with China, basically ensuring that U.S. businesses are competitive with, compared to Chinese counterparts. Tucked into this bill is a provision that would allow the U.S. Treasury Secretary to basically block transactions that he or she believes is involved in money laundering or that type of crime, particularly with entities that are across borders, so non-U.S. entities. So, for example, if there's a company in let's say hypothetically China that the Treasury Secretary believes is in violation of money laundering laws, she can prevent U.S. financial institutions from interacting with that. And this was first raised by Coin Center that the provision explicitly includes digital assets, so cryptocurrencies could be involved, or one of these transactions, and B, while the Treasury Secretary already has this kind of power, right now it's subject to a public rulemaking notice, meaning the Treasury Secretary has to justify that decision with a 120-day comment period, and either the Treasury Department has to create a rule after that 120 days that says, okay, yeah, we believe this is justified, we are legally, happy with this, here's a rule saying that this block is continuing, or the transaction block will expire. And this block, both those restrictions really are being removed in the provision as it stands right now. So the crypto industry is concerned that basically this could give the U.S. Treasury Secretary the ability to arbitrarily block transactions to crypto exchanges that are either involved with miners, node operators, wallet providers, or exchanges outside the U.S. and not have to justify why, and not necessarily have to go through a formal review process to ensure that these transactions are indeed involved in money laundering.
So Nick, why this particular bill? Why was it put into this particular bill? And what is there a backstory that we know of as to how and why it got thrown in here?
So it's actually the second time this provision is appearing in a bill. The sponsor, Representative Jim Himes of Connecticut, had previously introduced it to the National Defense Authorization Act, a must-pass bill that was going through the process last fall. And this is, again, it seems to be, if not necessarily a must-pass bill, certainly one that Congress is, set on ensuring passes. So, it seems to be going into these massive omnibus bills that the House and Senate both have an interest in getting through.